Hi guys, welcome to episode 5. We're on the home straight now for my run through of all the drivers taking part in this year's Formula 1 World Championship. We're going to speed things up a little bit, slightly cheat, because I said I'd do this all in 6 parts. So we're going to have to go through more than 3 drivers, so we're going to pick out a name. It's going to be, Kimi Raikkonen. This for me, drivers wise, is the most exciting bit about this season. Having Alonso and having Raikkonen in the same team, how is that going to go down? We've seen before that Alonso does not deal with pressure and good teammates well, and Raikkonen is definitely going to give him some sort of challenge. The other big question is, has Raikkonen got another World Championship in him? I think he has, but I think what is absolutely key for him is that he gets a really solid start, and I'm talking a couple of race wins at least in the first 6 or 7 races. Get the points on the board that's going to give him that inspiration and that kick that, if the car's good, is going to carry him through a full season, because Raikkonen can go off the boil a little bit, but if he can, say, win the first race as he did back in 07, I think he won Spain that year. He won one or two more quite early in the season that got him going. And in the end is what won him the championship when all the points came together. Excuse me. So yeah, I definitely think he's got another World Championship within him. No doubt he's got the speed. Maybe improve qualifying a little bit. If he can be consistently in the top 4 of races, because I think he's one of those drivers who always tends to go forward from his grid slot. Then yeah, he's definitely got the hunger, I think. I know he is the man who speaks with the most monosyllabic voice in F1, but he definitely, you can see it in his eyes. This is a hard man to beat, and he's going to want to get a second World Championship before he retires. That's pretty much all I wanted to say on Raikkonen. Pretty Raikkonen-esque. There's not much to say about him, but although apart from he's going to be in with a shout at the championship. Second driver that we're going to talk about today is Jenson Button. Jenson Button, a guy who saying this makes me feel old, even though I'm only 23. He's coming to the twilight of his career. I think he's definitely going to be still around this time next year when Honda come back with McLaren. But for me, yes, I'll admit, a little bit biased, because I am British and I do like Jenson Button to do well. If McLaren give him a car that can win races, he will win races in it. Especially those races that could get a little bit crazy. I'd say Button is one of the most level-headed drivers, one of the calmest drivers in the field at the moment. If you think of his first win for Honda at Hungary, his win at Melbourne a couple of years ago in those semi-wet conditions, this is a guy who deals with pressure quite well. In fact, not quite well, very well. Think back to Brazil when he won the championship, being able to come through the field and do what he needs to do. If McLaren put the car underneath him, he will deliver. For me, there's no doubt about that. How he's going to fare off against Magnussen, I'll probably come on to that later when Magnussen actually comes out the bag. But I think, but even if the McLaren is, say, the 3rd, 4th fastest car, I think Button's still going to have a good season, because we've seen him do that before, like Renault and BAR. So come on, Jenson, let's get at least a few more wins before you put your slippers on. This is kind of good that this guy's come out, because to be honest, I'm not going to spend that long on him. It's Pastor Maldonado. If you're a regular viewer of my videos, it's the sheer size of his name's getting me cross. He's the only driver I really have a problem with in F1 on at the moment. I will admit I used to have quite a problem with Alonso, but I've grown to respect him. I'll tell you what I did see with Maldonado the other day. He was trying to big up his move to Lotus, and saying that it's something like the best idea he's ever had. Why is he having to say that? For me, it's quite obvious that on the testing results, he's probably taken a step back. Definitely for the first half of the season. And the way he left Williams, I thought was quite disrespectful. Disrespectful to his teammate, disrespectful to his engineers especially. And I worry because I really do like Lotus. I like what they've done the last couple of years, and I worry it's going to be a bit of a struggle for them with him. Do you know what? I've given him far too much time. Sorry, people. I don't like getting annoyed on my videos, but anyway, Grosjean. Not really going to go on too much about Grosjean because I haven't really got anything that new to say about him. Although I think that he is definitely a guy who, if you put a car underneath him that can win races, he will win races in it. I don't think the Lotus is going to be there. I don't think it's going to be reliable enough. But if they can get the reliability strong, I think aerodynamically that car's quite good. For me, thinking outside the box to come with that double tusk design on the front of the car, there must be quite a strong aerodynamic advantage out of doing that to do something that wacky. That's my thinking about it anyway. I might be completely wrong. I don't work in Lotus's CFD department, so I don't know what they're looking at. But for me, when I see that design and think, "Ooh, that's quite out the box," that makes me think there's something else going on. So if that car's quick, I think Grosjean will be especially quick in it this year, which I think will be good to see. Anyway, that's part 5 done. Tune back in for part 4. I've been Andrew the Blade. Thank you very much. Goodbye.